a new video coming up tonight, so I have to make sure everything is ready. But this has been a great trip.
Hello everyone, welcome back again with me, Chef Putri, only at Satisfactory. Now we're gonna put more Parmesan cheese on top. I will be sharing with you guys one of the most easiest recipe for you guys to make at home. This is it, peanut butter seed cake. Only at Satisfactory, cook healthy and cook happy.
I'd update you on the top stories from Indonesia. Acting Jakarta Governor Teguh Setiabudi visited the Green Garden Pump House in West Jakarta Wednesday. This is to ensure the facility's readiness ahead of the rainy season.
The Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency, or BMKG, predicts that heavy rains and strong winds will continue to hit the greater Jakarta area for the next 3 days.
An active Kelvin wave has formed cumulonimbus clouds, which has caused sudden heavy rains despite scorching weather.
Acting Jakarta Governor Teguh Setiabudi visited the Green Garden Pump House in Kebonjeruk, West Jakarta on Wednesday. He was there to ensure the readiness of the pump house to face the rainy season. This was done because flooding is a priority for the Jakarta administration to deal with. Additionally, they will implement weather engineering to anticipate flooding during the peak of the rainy season.
Kita betul-betul mengantisipasi musim hujan yang sudah mulai tiba, khususnya untuk mitigasi terkait masalah banjir. Jadi pada waktu awal saya menjabat sebagai PJ, antisipasi terhadap musim hujan dan gas banjir akan menjadi salah satu prioritas juga.
The Green Garden Pump House was established in 2022 and it has been overcoming flooding in the area ever since. Meanwhile, the Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency, or BMKG, predicts that the heavy rains and strong winds will still hit the greater Jakarta area for the next 3 days. The dynamics of a Kelvin wave that remains active has formed cumulonimbus clouds, resulting in sudden heavy rain during hot weather.
Saat ini terpantau aktif gelombang atmosfer Equatorus B dan juga Kelvin, di mana gelombang atmosfer tersebut diprediksi akan masih aktif hingga 3 hari ke depan, di mana kondisi inilah yang menjadi salah satu faktor pemicu terjadinya hujan dengan intensitas sedang hingga lebat di wilayah Jabodetabek.
Riau, Jambi, South Sumatra, Maluku, and North Maluku may experience heavy rains accompanied by strong winds. Therefore, the BMKG urges those living in disaster-prone areas to be vigilant of floods, fallen trees, and landslides. They also reminded them to stay updated about the weather situation by monitoring BMKG reports. See Today contributors reporting from Jakarta.
And moving on to our next update, a downpour caused a landslide in Pagedangan, Tangerang Regency, Banten on Tuesday.
The Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency, or BMKG, said that the landslide was caused due to intense rainfall. A downpour in Tangerang Regency in Banten caused a landslide that cut off the Rancahaur Road due to a pit that measured 7 meters deep.
Some suspect the landslide might have been caused by water from a breached pool or housing complex water tank. This is because water tanks with small drainage lines might erode the ground that could lead to landslides.
Authorities have advised the public to avoid the cordon-off area due to unstable ground, which may lead to additional landslides.
Ini sebelumnya memang sudah diawali dengan hujan, yaitu pada tanggal 3 itu juga sudah ada hujan, itu 47,2 mm per hari. Kemudian tanggal 4 itu juga ada hujan juga 4,6 mm per hari, ini lebih kecil. Kemudian pada tanggal 5 itu curah hujannya 66,8 mm per hari. Gitu. Kemudian itu yang satu hari itu yang cukup besar itu tanggal 5 juga. Pada jam 15.30 sampai jam 16.30 cukup lama. Itu curah hujannya itu 55,8 mm per jam. Ya. Artinya dengan yang tadi kan milimeter per hari, ini cukup tinggi juga.
And in other local news, President Prabowo Subianto have said that officials should no longer support nor become involved in online gambling. He made this statement during a cabinet meeting at the presidential office in central Jakarta on Wednesday.
Meanwhile, the Metro Jaya Regional Police recently named in their wanted list 2 individuals from the Indonesian Digital Affairs and Communications Ministry for online gambling.
Online gambling was one of the main topics which was discussed during the cabinet meeting on Wednesday. During the meeting, President Prabowo Subianto also expressed his wish that all institutions and ministries must unite to combat online gambling and refrain from covering each other's misconduct.
According to the Digital Affairs and Communications Minister Mutia Hafid, the government has shut down more than 220,000 online gambling sites as of November the 3rd. The cabinet meeting itself took place days before President Prabowo Subianto embarked on his first official work trip overseas.
He said that even when he was out of the country, the president encouraged that all ministers and heads of institutions report the issue to him directly.
Ini bahasa beliau, tidak boleh ada yang membacking, yang membantu atau apapun itu. Jadi saya rasa kali ini pernyataan beliau kembali tegas terkait perang terhadap judi online. Beliau mengingatkan bahwa korbannya adalah masyarakat yang tidak mampu sebagian besar. Jadi tidak boleh lagi ada kong kali kong. Ini juga mengutip persis ucapan beliau, bekerja sama, bersatu untuk melawan judi online. Beliau juga melihat selain memang dalam rangka perlindungan terhadap masyarakat terutama yang tidak mampu, beliau juga melihat bahwa kalau misalnya judi online dapat berhasil kita perangi bersama, ini bisa membantu daya beli dan pertumbuhan ekonomi bisa naik.
Meanwhile, investigators from the Metro Jaya Regional Police Violent Crime Sub-Directorate continue to look into an online gambling case involving 11 individuals, which include those from the Communication and Digital Affairs Ministry.
Now, furthermore, 4 out of the 11 are civilians. Investigators have also included 2 other individuals with the initials A and M in their wanted list.
Ada tersangka yang telah ditetapkan sebagai DPO berinisial A. Penyidik juga telah mengidentifikasi tersangka DPO lain dengan inisial M. Terhadap tersangka DPO A dan M, maka penyidik Subdit Jatanras di Treskrimum Polda Metro Jaya masih terus melakukan pengejaran secara intensif. Kemudian yang ingin sampaikan di akhir adalah bahwa Polda Metro Jaya terus berkomitmen untuk mengusut tuntas semua pihak yang terlibat, baik dari sisi oknum internal Kementerian Komdiji, bandar, dan pihak-pihak lain yang terlibat dengan menerapkan tindak pidana perjudian atau tindak pidana pencucian uang atau TPPU.
On to another story. The Central Java branch of Pertamina Patra Niaga Company, Central Java Energy and Mineral Resources Agency, as well as Bina Marga and Cipta Karya agencies from the Public Works and Housing Ministry on Wednesday concluded the handover of a clean water facility at Nambarsari village in Wonogiri.
The facility was built to support a government program designed to combat extreme poverty in the area.
Within 2 weeks, the collaboration has led to the construction of 1 water tank, pipe installation, and water systems which benefit 30 households as well as a mosque in the area.
Central Java Pertamina Patra Niaga Company Communication Relations and CSR Area Manager Brasto Galinugroho said the construction of clean water facilities were done to to allow public access to clean water and sanitation as part of the country's sustainable development goals.
Meanwhile, head of the Sewu Lao Regional Office of the Energy and Mineral Resources Ministry, Budi Setiawan, said that water facilities were built at Ngambarsari village since it is a priority area for a government program aimed at combating extreme poverty. Aside from that, a clean water source is one of the village's primary needs.
Jadi ini merupakan bentuk kepedulian dari Pertamina Patraniaga, bentuk tanggung jawab sosial dan lingkungan dari Pertamina Patraniaga untuk juga mendukung program prioritas dari pemerintah daerah. Dalam hal ini kami berkolaborasi dengan Dinas SDM Provinsi Jawa Tengah dan juga Dinas Pekerjaan Umum, Bina Marga dan Cipta di Jawa Tengah. Harapannya bantuan ini dapat bermanfaat gitu ya bagi masyarakat karena air bersih adalah prioritas pembangunan gitu ya, dan itu juga disebut dalam Sustainable Development Goal.
Terima kasih kepada PT Pertamina Niaga Patra yang pada kesempatan ini membantu penyediaan air bersih karena pada saat pemetaan hal-hal yang dibutuhkan salah satunya adalah saluran air bersih yang lebih higienis istilahnya seperti itu karena yang ada selama ini kan terbuka.
And now moving on to our next update, as Indonesia and Russia are conducting their first ever joint naval exercises in the Java Sea this week. The drills aim to strengthen military coordination between the two countries.
Both parties held the pre-sail brief or tactical floor game at the Battleship Training Center of the 2nd Indonesian Navy Fleet Command in Surabaya, East Java on Wednesday.
The first joint naval exercise between Indonesia and Russia have reached the harbor phase on the last day of Phase 1. Both parties worked together to make plans during the tactical floor game or pre-sail brief. More than 80 personnel from both sides joined the brief, accompanied by qualified translators to bridge the language barrier. Both sides conducted various drills, which included flag signaling, maritime integration operations or MAIO exercise, helicopter boarding, ship maneuvering and boarding exercises, as well as cross-deck and maritime security drills.
Untuk persiapan ini sudah tahap akhir, jadi kita sudah menyelesaikan sampai dengan tahap pre-sail brief dan besok kita akan berangkat menuju ke laut bersama-sama. Pada saat kita saling sharing di Operational Officer Brief atau antar para perwira operasi ini berdiskusi, itu mereka mendapatkan formulasi untuk kegiatan latihan yang visinya sama dan jadi mereka sudah punya satu pemikiran dalam melaksanakan latihan ini.
The Russian Navy deployed several ships consisting of 3 corvettes, 1 medium tanker, a military helicopter unit, and a tugboat, whereas Indonesia deployed 2 warships and a helicopter unit for this exercise, which will last until November 8. Rizky Anasto, Lutfi Evan for C Today.
There you go. We are going for our quick break. When we come back, my colleague Paul Palele will bring you updates from the world of sports. What are the highlights, Paul?
Thanks, Marissa. So this morning we have some great news from the ASEAN Football Championship 2024 as Indonesia had a huge win over Myanmar to put themselves through to the semifinal rounds. We've also got some good news for Indonesia at the China ASEAN Wushu Championship, where Indonesia has had a big medal haul, 11 gold medals, along with several silver and bronze as well. And from basketball, Arki Wisnu, yes, the big news there from the Indonesian Basketball League. He has, after 13 long years with Satria Muda Pertamina, joined up with Dewa United and could possibly put them as one of the finals contenders in this upcoming regular season. And in other basketball news, the Philadelphia 76ers Joel Embiid, it has been announced by the NBA that he will be serving a 3-game suspension over his latest altercation with a Philadelphia media member. And we've got other sports news coming your way as well from the world of climbing and racing. So stay tuned for your Thursday morning sports update. That's coming up next.
Indonesia has many endemic species. Its wildness and uniqueness make its existence threatened with extinction. So, how do they try to conserve it?
Air butuh tempat, tanaman butuh tempat, hewan-hewan butuh tempat.
Bersama-sama melindungi yang ada di sini ya.
Kita jaga, kita rawat, dan kita lestarikan.
Only in Wild Cage.
Hi wonderful women, welcome to All About Women.
Ketika saya masuk ke S2, kebetulan saya dapat beasiswa S2 Arkeologi UI. Profesor saya bilang, museum itu tempat belajar apapun. Oke, saya bikin program sekolah tari tradisional gratis.
Berharap bisa jadi jembatan untuk anak-anak yang memiliki nasib sama seperti saya, supaya juga mereka bisa keluar dari rantai kemiskinan gitu yang sudah turun-temurun di keluarganya.
Selamat datang di Knock the Doc. Wah, senang sekali saya Dr. Esa Broto Asmoro bersama dengan
Hans Lango. Hari ini kita tetap akan membicarakan seputar kesehatan.
Jauh ini yang dirasakan apa nih sama netizen?
Capek.
Multifaktorial penyebabnya. Tidak hanya masalah genetik sebetulnya, tapi juga terkait tadi physical activity maupun nutrisi sehari-hari.
Makanya harus nonton terus Knock the Doc.
Ya, orang namanya Raja Dangdut itu ya saya sendiri nggak tahu sejak kapan ya. Tapi kan semua itu yang melihat masyarakat.
Ya, maksudnya waktu aku workshop lagi itu aku ngerasa kayak ini relate banget sama aku. Jadi yaudah deh aku ambil.
At the age of 21, Lyodra can be considered one of the brightest singers in the Indonesian music industry. Despite the fierce competition, Lyodra stands out as one of the most prominent artists.
Hello, you're watching C3 Updates with me, Indra Marpal.
The latest from Indonesia and the world.
Over 200,000 Palestinians working without jobs.
Presented